Checking back in. This is Tori, your ride Ben IDL with LOJ Fit Club. Hey, listen, Motivation Mondays. Every Monday we coming with something motivation. So, that's motivational. So make sure you tune in, look at the video, and see what you can get from it and apply it to whatever area in your life. Yes, we are health and fitness, but you can apply principles to anywhere. Always remember that. Okay. So, today we're talking about determination. It's very, very, very key, and a very, we have to understand what determination is, and not only understand that, find out what it is that we are determined about and what we're not determined about, and we'll know based upon if there are excuses that stop us from getting what we have to get. So, for example, right? I came up with this, and it says determination. Where determination exists, excuses cannot. You can't have them both simultaneously, because determination is doing whatever it takes no matter what. You're determined to get it done. You're determined. Okay? Nothing can deter you away from it. So, what I want to first start with is I want to give y'all a story real quick. So, the other day on Facebook Live, I actually made a mistake and went live on my personal page, right? And the topic was supposed to be within a group of a private group that I have with people who have purchased the detox. So if you purchase the detox, you know what I'm talking about. But I accidentally went live on my personal page, and surprisingly, as much as I talk on here, you would think I do that often, but I don't. And I went live on my personal page on the and so when I started seeing people pop up, I was like, oh man. So I just had to go with the flow. And what I ended up talking about was there were other people that's in the health and fitness field as I am. And what they were referring to and they were talking about was, the hardships of being of African descent and trying to market health and fitness to people of African descent. And it's so crazy because it's so true. It's very, very hard. And our people, just people in general, our people as it relates to our health, we don't really understand the value of it. Okay, so I want to first start off by giving you this African proverb. I always try to give you some kind of African proverb or Chinese proverb or some kind of ancient proverb coming from the East, because there's ancient wisdom we can use in today's time. And the proverb states, "The person who is not hungry says the coconut has a hard shell." Say that again. The person who is not hungry says the coconut has a hard shell. Okay? What that means is that determination that we were just talking about is not greater than the excuse that is present. Okay? In the case of that proverb, it's saying that, hey, yes, the coconut has a very hard shell, but it would only get in the way of a person who's not determined to eat. Okay? So if there's something that you know in your life that you're supposed to be doing, but you got an excuse that sounds so good in your head, that just means your determination, does not outweigh the excuses that you are making up. So you have to look that face to face, look in the mirror, okay, and come to the reality that it's time. You just gotta face it and deal with it. And find out what it is. Discipline is doing what you want more versus just what you want. Okay? You have to do what you want more. And in the long run, we got to look at the macro. Stop looking at the micro and getting these temporary satisfactions. All right? Look at the macro and say, hey, I may not want to do this right now, but in the long run, I'm going to be happy that I did this right now. Okay? So, let me give you a story of how this relates really quick, right? The other day, this is a true story, and I'm going to talk about this on another Facebook Live. So you may hear this a couple times if you're following us on other platforms. The other day, about 3 weeks ago, I had a lady's from a South American country. And, you could tell she has African descent in her, but just the cultural differences is so important. This lady came in and asked us about our programs. And she really loved, our holistic approach to this. And she said, what you're doing is great work. She said, I go out of town, next week, but I'll be back like 2 weeks after. Can we set an appointment? I said, absolutely. So we set an appointment, and sure enough, my appointment software sends her a reminder the day before, and then, we manually send another reminder the day of. Do you know that she made it in for an appointment at, 10 o'clock on a Saturday? And she kind of looked and was like, kind of just breathed like that and kind of looked like frantic. So I'm like, what happened? What's wrong? She said, well, as I was leaving, I just found out that somebody tried to break into my house last night. It had to be around anywhere between 3 and 6. And I said, somebody tried to break into your house? She said, yeah, I live alone. And she said, basically, when I came out the door and I tried to lock my top lock, it wouldn't lock. So she called her friend, and her friend said, oh, okay, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to have you just put it off like, hey, something happened to my top lock. You put it off, and then that bottom lock, even though it still locks, all they're going to do is just slide a little credit card, and that's going to open the door. And she said, it just kind of has me, on guard. She said, I don't have anything in my house. Everything that I make, the little bit that I make, I send it to my family in other South, in the South American country that she comes from, and wherever her family is, right? And so, she said, I don't have nothing in my house, Tori. They don't even, if they was to get in, they wouldn't, they wouldn't get nothing. But what they would, what bothers me is that I'm in there. And she said, my security, and I have to be on this earth in order to keep helping people, and my security comes first. But she said, the reason why I'm here is because I could not let you down. And even though, I felt like you would have understood the situation if I had to reschedule, I didn't want to, because I'm determined about my health, and I want to show you, how important my health is to me. I came. And so, I had to call my friend to go and sit and watch the, in the house while I left to come to this appointment, because I didn't want nobody, trying to go, and whoever that person is trying to, go into my door as soon as I left, And so now I got to go back. I got to go get alarm system in my house. Now I got to, secure my house in different ways. And I got to go spend unexpected money on that, when that was really going to be my money to spend here today. But she said, I'm not going to let that deter me, because my health is very important. And what I'm going to do is I'll be back. Give me 2 weeks, and you have my word. I'll be back. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. She said, I'm going to be back. But I had to come here and tell you that, because I love what it is that your organization is doing, and I love what you're about. I love what you're about, and I had to keep my word, and I told you I was going to be here, so I'm not going to let nothing stop me. Y'all, I was in complete awe. I was in complete awe. Because I was just talking about how it was kind of discouraging on how many people I talk to and the excuses that I hear. Man, it is just, it's amazing. 99 people out of 100, especially with the people that we deal with, would have in a heartbeat canceled that appointment without a shadow of a doubt. This may be you. You would have probably canceled the appointment. But do you know that lady will be blessed beyond measures no matter what happens between us? She'll be blessed beyond measures because of the spirit that she possesses. That's what's missing in today's time. Stop making the excuse. If you're hungry, stop making the excuse that the coconut shell is too hard. Do what you have to do to feed yourself and your family. Do what you have to do for your health, because without your health, you can't feed yourself and your family. That's my motivation and message for today. I didn't want to make it too long. I always want to probably stay under 10 minutes. But share, like, comment on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll get with you and talk soon. Thank you.